everyone, it's Annabelle. It's 10, no, it's 11 p.m. I still have makeup on, and my voice is a little bit tired because I done some audiobook today, so you guys can look up for the content next week. Don't worry, tomorrow I'm gonna edit shit. So I'm just here to share something that I learned today. I hope you guys would like it to see me rant and talk about it. So number one would be to challenge yourself among your limitation. When I say challenging, it's not something that we all are used to, but everybody have limitations. Everybody know what their limits are, and sometimes you will have an inkling that this is probably the time that I need to challenge my limitation in a safer way. And like today, I've challenged myself to actually did an accent that I know before that I'm gonna screw up the accent, but I'm like, you know what? Let's just do it. If we mess up, we can troubleshoot things. If we did okay, we're probably lucky, And I did it. Well, it wasn't like 100% perfect, but it was there. So I was like, okay, it sounds good, it sounds legit, but I need to work on a little bit of that. So yeah, that's that, right? It may be small, but those small accomplishments is what important actually. Number two, self-love. Okay, I talk a lot of this self-love topic a lot on my Instagram, and some people might be so sick of it, ugh, self-love again. And some people even say that self-love is just like narcissism. How can you love yourself? Are you selfish? You're not selfish when you are doing self-love. I don't know why people think that, oh, self-love is so selfish. No, it's not. Self-love is also rewarding for you. I hate it when people say self-love is really wrong. Like, you're being selfish. You're freaking selfish. You are narcissistic for trying to love yourself. You're narcissistic for trying to love yourself. You see the freaking logic in that? Why do you need to make people think that it is not okay to love themselves? We have aspects of ourselves that we really hate, and it's not all day every day that we will love all of us inside out, physically, mentally, and emotionally, because that is what human is. You cannot just whole day you are always I'm happy with how I look. No, there are days that you feel like, I think you gain weight a little bit because you drink that drink last night, right? And for me, when I was young, I hate my voice because I was born with a deep voice for a kid, and I grew up with Disney. You know how frustrating that is? You love Disney princesses song, and I love singing at the same time. So it is really, really frustrating when I can't hit the note. And then back in the days, people, if you can't sing high notes, they'll be like, so you can't sing? I can. But they're like, yeah, but you can't sing this song. It's a female song. Yeah, but it's high. And nobody taught me how to love my voice. Nobody taught me that it's okay to have a deeper voice. Nobody taught me, because I don't have surrounding people that actually like that. And I actually was bummed out for a few years because I freaking hate my voice, the freak, right? My voice was very booming, it sounds really good, right? But I really hated it because it doesn't sound very sweet sounding, and I really hated my voice that time. But as I grew up, and I tend to lean on more on that toxic behavior where I have to become someone else so that people accept me, and I can be accepted in society and shit like that, right? But then as you get older, you just realize that, you know what, I'm tired and shit, I don't want to do this anymore. And then when you start changing, you start adapting back to yourself, and you start accepting who you are, people gonna say that you change, when the fact is you don't change. You just tired, and you'll be like, I'm tired of doing all these things and caring what y'all think. I'm just gonna do whatever I think that makes me happy. And then when you realize that when you stop giving too much fucks, you feel really good and really, really, really light. It's not about the big revelation happiness that we all need to have. It's not all about that actually. Sometimes it's just about that small things that could make you happy. Like for me, if I get an ice cream out of the blue, I will be happy. It's just a tad bit of ice cream. What are you gonna be happy for, right? That's the thing. The small things, the small happiness that you get. But if you get it constantly, it is what will make you happy. Oh my god, I'm so happy that I can hit that note today. But it was just like a small, like minuscule improvement that you had today. But hey, if it makes you feel good, then by all means, that's your self-love right there. Like if you say, oh my god, I usually can't run 5 kilometers and I can do it today, even though I just like feeling a little bit under the breath, like low, like breathy, right? But I was able to finish 5 kilometers and I wasn't lazy about it. Hey, that's your accomplishment. You know, you shouldn't belittle that. You don't have to wait until you can like run 10 kilometers for you to feel like, oh, I did something there. No, you can do small minuscule achievement and that will be okay. All right, that is still considered self-love. And it is not because like a lot of people say, oh, the reason why you promoted this self-love thing is because BTS promoting self-love. That is another topic. Yes, they do promote self-love, but because of their messages, their song messages taught me that it is okay to accept that you are different than the other people. And from them, they told me that you have a deep voice. Fine. So what about it? It's like they're yelling at my face saying that, okay, you got a deep voice. It's like freaking Namjoon saying to my face like, you have a deep voice, so what you gonna do about it? He doesn't ask me, why do you have a deep voice? But he asked me, yeah, you got a deep voice, so what you gonna do about it? Right? People always asking me, why can't you? But their songs is like yelling to me, saying that, sure, you have this, so what you gonna do with it? Instead of, how can we change this? No, they ask me, this thing, what you gonna do with it? And I'm freaking like, I'm gonna ask them that, yes, I'm just gonna use it. I'm just gonna start accepting that my voice is like this and just develop the range and make it more versatile. And I'm still doing it. I'm not a professional singer. I'm not like a famous person, but I'm learning. And voices is not only about singing. Voices is also about talking and audiobook. And I realized that, you know, if you embrace every ranges, every sides of you slowly, not all the time, not like all at the same time, it can be slowly, you will learn that it is actually more satisfying. You have to stop waiting for this big happiness to come, because I've done that and it really fails me every single freaking time. So I tell myself, you know what, Hannah, listen to me, okay? You need to stop thinking about what people think. Like, hey, you are this age, why aren't you doing? Stop listening to people's expectations and start to learn how to make yourself feel love. What is your self-love to yourself? Because like, why can't you love yourself but then you want to try to love others, right? Like, okay, you want to love them because you want to be nice and not selfish, but aren't you being selfish too? Because you are like abandoning your soul that is with your physical vessel. Like, you're abandoning your soul to make other people's souls happy. But what about your soul? Aren't you like felt bad for him or her, right? Your soul, and you feel bad about your soul not feeling the full happiness that you should felt. Instead of, your glass isn't full, but you keep pouring it outside until your glass is almost empty, and then you will feel that emptiness because you're so dependent on making people happy and making other people feel good that you forget to make yourself feel good, because you feel like, you know what, it's okay, I can make people happy so that they can make me happy. But what if they don't, right? I mean, it's not the same for everyone, but sometimes it's a small happiness that actually makes you feel like maybe you accomplished something, you know? We're all not perfect, but it doesn't mean that we are not good human beings. Okay, good night.